Hey team, what's up? It's Dixie coming to you live in 𝙈𝙜𝙚𝙚, you guys. I'm coming to you with another 𝙈𝙜𝙚 series. We are breaking down the power hour and we're going to talk about the second income producing activity, which is, you guys, asking the magic question. All right. Sometimes I feel like asking the magic question is one of the hardest IPAs. And I think it all comes from this mental block that a lot of us have. It could be some of us are scared of rejection. Perhaps we don't want people to tell us no. Perhaps we're worried about what people are going to say if we're popping this magic question. So I'm going to give you guys some tips. I'm going to kind of give you my thought process on how I do this, on how I ask the magic question, and it may help you guys as well. So as you jump on, tag some of the teams, you'll see that I'll be watching the screen because I have some stuff I'm going to be reading to you. Hey, Yasmin, thank you for jumping on. If you will drop this in the 𝙈𝙜𝙚 brand ambassador, that'd be amazing. That way people that are home can jump on. If not, you guys can catch the replay. So, you guys, asking the magic question, to me, I believe is one of the most fruitful actions that you could take in your business, because a lot of times people will post and pray, which means they will post stuff on their page about the business, about the products. We'll post it in our stories, but we never come in and ask for the sell. We never come in and ask for them to check out what we're doing. And that is one of the biggest things that can slow us down. So I want you guys to understand that the asking the magic question is going to be the #1 IPA that you could do in your business. Now, real quick before I get into this, one thing I want to talk to you guys about. As you know, we have 5 different things that we have listed on our power hour. The power hour can be done in 1 hour, but I learned about this from Bryn Lang. A lot of you may have learned about this too when she talks about her power hour, is she creates base numbers when she's doing her power hour, and she is consistent with doing that every single day of her life. She says it doesn't matter if she has sick family or she's on vacation or she's busy doing something else. She always will hit these base numbers. So I get it. In life, there might be days that we cannot even squeeze an hour out of our day in order to get stuff done. In my personal experience, you guys, this last weekend, I was with my grandmother. She is passing. I'm getting ready to go back and spend a couple weeks there again. But when I was there this weekend, I wanted to be fully intentional with spending time with her and the family. But I also did not want to just completely check out of the business and have my business kind of have closed doors for 4 days. So I took Bryn's advice and I created my base numbers. And what she does is, she said in her power hour, she does 2 actions. She picks 2 actions that she never, ever, ever, that she doesn't follow through on. And that is asking the question and follow up. So it doesn't matter what she's doing. She is following up with a certain amount of people. She set her base numbers. Her base numbers, I can't remember exactly what they were, but I think it was she would follow up with at least 5 people, whether about the products or the business, and she would always ask the question to 3 people. When she does her power hour and she's home and she has more time and she's being very intentional, her numbers are a lot higher. So I took her advice and I did that. Those were the only 2 activities that I focused on, was making sure I followed up with at least 5 people. And I asked that magic question to 3 people. And over that weekend, I got 3 new customers and we had 1 new amazing 𝙈𝙬𝙚 join our tribe. So I want you guys to think about that. I don't work on Sundays. We use that. You'll see that we use that to plan our days. I don't prospect or talk to people a whole lot. That's family time. But life happens, but if you can create those base numbers, it will help you feel relief so that if you do have to attend to things and life does happen, you can at least keep that consistency at the bare minimum. So let's talk about this magic question, you guys. This magic question can be either about the product or it could be about the business. And Brandy said this so beautifully the other day. She said that when you're asking the magic question about the business, you're not asking the question on, are you open to joining my team? Are you open to becoming a business partner with me? Because that's kind of a hard, I mean, it's an upfront way, but it's a hard way for people to understand exactly what you are asking. So the way she worded it was, are you open to me connecting you with information? Absolutely the easiest way to transition. Like, are you open to me connecting with you with information in regards to how I'm making money online through social media? There's many different ways that you can do this. So also, one other tip that you guys can take, and then I'm going to go into some of the scripts that Kylie and Casey have put together, and I'm also going to read to you some of the scripts I have been using just recently. I think I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, about 10 invites out, and I'll go through some of like my real life scripts that I've used and how they are working. But when you guys are doing this, when we are asking the magic question, asking 3 people a day is very small, very minimal, but it's going to make a huge impact time after time after time if you are consistent every single day. When you are doing this, the biggest thing, I talked about this at the beginning, we have this mental block that is stopping us because we're scared of rejection. We're scared of people telling us no. What I can suggest, if you really want to grow your business, if you really want to make a difference in your business, you have to marry the action and divorce the results. So what that means is you have to marry and be committed and be faithful in always asking the question, but then divorce the results. Who cares if they said no? They're not saying, no, Dixie, I don't like you. I don't want to work with you. Like, you drive me insane. No, because they're following me on my page, right? They're liking my stuff. They're seeing the things that I do. The no cannot be personal. You cannot get your emotions tied up with it. So marry the action. Show up every single day doing this. But divorce the results. Who cares what they say? Just get the question out there. So in this group, you guys, the member support group, we have a lot of scripts. I like to call them guides and not scripts because anybody can sniff a script out. I like to say, look at it, reword it to be your own words, make it sound like you, and then send it so that the person you're sending it to knows that it's not something that you're copying and pasting. Because the worst thing that can happen is this person be prospected by somebody, multiple people in the same company, and they're sending the same script. Like, it just makes us look like we don't have our own mind and we don't have our own voice. So when you use these scripts, you guys, please use them as guides. Now, if you go into member support under units, we have an option for scripts. So the twins did an amazing job with this document. There's a couple different ones. These are 𝙈𝙜 Nation updated business scripts, and they give you ideas on how you can ask people the magic question. If you're reaching out to somebody, so reaching out to you from your post that created curiosity. So somebody somebody commented on your post or they liked their post and you're trying to reach out to them, they have scripts for that. We have scripts for current customers, but then we also have like prospecting scripts. Right now, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to, I guess I'm doing all 3 of them, but let me just read some of them to you. And then remember, you just change this into your own words. I'll tell you which one that I really like because it's a great formula. If you're still watching, whoever's watching, if you can break this formula down in the comments, this is what I like to do. I like to go in and start the conversation, add a compliment, ask if they are open, and give them a way out. Super easy. Start the conversation. So don't just go right in and be like, I don't know if this is for you or not, but go in and say something from their page. Let's say that I'm trying to recruit Yasmin, and I saw that Yasmin was in Hawaii. Or no, not in Hawaii. Let's say that she went on vacation to Japan, okay? I can jump in there and be like, Japan looked like it was absolutely amazing. I hope that you had a wonderful time. Started the conversation and say, what was your favorite thing about Japan? They can respond back, and then what you can do is you can say, I don't know if you would be open to this, but I see that you were so motivating and you were inspiring and you have so much positivity on your page. It may or may not be for you, but I'm just totally throwing this out there. Would you be open to me connecting you with information in regards to what I do? Those are ways that you can start the conversation. Are you open? Or start the conversation, give a compliment, ask if they're open, and then give them a way out. You always want to say, if not, no big deal. So like some of these scripts, I'll read them to you. It says, I just had to pop in here really quick and tell you how I freaking love you. Do not tell them that unless if you really do, okay? And you are so full of light and positivity, and it's infectious. I just had to totally throw this out there because honestly, I would kick myself if I didn't ask you. Would you be open at all to taking a look at what I do if it didn't interfere with what you're already doing? If not, no big deal. So they're giving a compliment. They're asking if they're open, not to join my team, not to start a business, not to become my partner, but to seeing what I do. They're trying to connect them with the next meeting. So when you're talking with somebody, you got to think of it as a meeting, and you're trying to move them to the next meeting, which is going to either be you sending them the 3-minute video, or perhaps it's you ATMing them into the Facebook group, or perhaps it's you getting them on our presentation like tonight. What I'm doing is I'm asking people if I can save them a virtual seat for my webinar that I'm hosting. I've had one person that says yes, and guess what? I asked them, I know their name, I asked them for their email. I will register them for the event myself so that they automatically get that email with the Zoom link. So when we're doing these conversations, are you open to taking a look at? Are you open to me connecting you with information? Let me look at some of these other ones. I'm actually going to go to my personal ones and give you guys some more tips. Give you guys some personal ones that I just sent out. I used these scripts as guides, and then I created them to be my own. But I will say that if you can't get, said this before, if you can't get through the entire power hour, if I have to, my number one activity is to ask people if they are open before I go try to connect with people that commented on my post, before I try to go through my stories, before I try to ask people for a referral post, before I, try to add new friends to my network. Asking people the magic question is the number, it takes the highest priority to me in my business. Everybody's business is a little bit different. But I'm going to send one to you. I'm going to read one to you guys that I sent to this lady that is a huge inspiration in the fitness industry. And I started the conversation yesterday with her, but she didn't respond back to me until I was in bed. So that's why the conversation went over to tonight. And this was somebody that has been loving up on these posts that I've been doing. And I just said, thank you for loving up on my post yesterday. Your support in my business adventure is appreciated more than you may know. Yes, just liking and loving my posts supports me. And then I turned it in to leaving an open-ended question that's personal about their page. So they know I've been watching their page and I'm in tune with what they have going on. So then I just said, you and Kelly are always crushing it in the gym. Keep being an inspiration for us all. Now, if you can only share your secret with me about leaning out the legs. This was simply to get them to talk back to me. So she wrote back. She told me a couple of different things. I wrote back to her as well. Let me turn off my notifications. There's a bunch of Facebook messages coming through. But I just said, I just wrote back to her and I says, it does take a lot of hard work and dedication, and you women have definitely proven that. The gym is my saving grace. Sent it, and then right after I sent another one. I said, real fast, I don't know if this would be a fit for you or not, but I have been following you and Kelly for a while, and you ladies inspire me. You inspire so many other women, and you are proof of hard work. I've been nervous to reach out to you, but I totally kick myself if I didn't ask you. I'm a part of the movement called 𝙈𝙜𝙜 Nation, and I'm looking for badass women who want to make a difference, and I see you are already doing that on social media. Not sure if it's a fit for you or not, but would you be open to me connecting you with more information on how I inspire through social media? If not, awesome. If not, no worries. So there I did it in a matter of one day. Sometimes you can do it a lot faster if the person responds back to you. But really, I started the conversation about something going on their page. Because to me, the one thing that I hate most is when I have somebody send me a message and ask, hey, do you want to check out my business? But they didn't even look at my profile. You know, I've had people asking if I want to look into their fitness business. Woman, go look at my page. I think I'm okay. Just because I want to really know. And it also comes down to having the abundant mindset. You guys, we are so very blessed with what we have going on here. Now, we do not need to prejudge, and I never prejudge anybody, but I'm going to be selective with who I let into my inner circle. I don't want to just work with anybody and everybody. I have a very abundant mindset where there's plenty of people out there. I want to make sure these people are positive. These people are going to fit my tribe. These people are going to show up and help inspire other women. So I always, you know, I don't just pop the question to everybody. Everybody does this a little bit differently, you guys. But like I said, start the conversation, give them a compliment, ask if they are open, and give them a way out. It's a super easy formula on how you can ask people the magic question. So those are my tips. I'm just going to keep running on and on if I keep going. All I can say is get in and look at these different scripts that we have available. Use them as guides, but before you pop the question, make sure you at least know something about the person that you are talking to, okay? So marry the action, divorce the results. Don't worry about what the outcome is going to be. Make sure that you have your base numbers no matter what you do. What are your base numbers on asking the question and following up with people? Other than that, you guys, that's the breakdown. That is our 𝙈𝙜𝙜 series for asking the magic question. Are you open to are you open to taking a look at? It's not join my business. It's not start a new business. It's not be my partner. Are you open to taking a look at information? That's all you're doing. Super easy, you guys. Tomorrow I'll be here. We're going to be going over number 3, which is following up with potential brand ambassadors and customers. There's many different ways that we could follow up. I'm going to give you some of my best tips on how I do it. You guys, this is Dixie. I hope all of you she bosses have a wonderful day. And remember, get out there and ask that magic question and get them registered for tonight. Tonight's webinar will not be in 𝙈𝙜 Brand Ambassador. Tonight's webinar is going to be on Zoom only. They have to get registered, so I hope you are registered as well. And we'll see everybody on tonight's Zoom. Take care, everyone.